trying. That's not the name of it. I have no idea what episode it is. Like 89. That's insane. I can't believe there's 89 of these. That's wild. Wild ride. Hey Keith. Hey Dave. Hey Christine. This would help. Hey everybody. How are we doing today? All right. Let me see something. Okay. Howdy. And another howdy. Wowzers. Back to back howdies. That's crazy. Hola, mama. Hi, Grandma. Grandmom's here today. Well, hello, Magic Man. Okay. Let me move this stuff else. Okay. All right. We did it. We did it. I wasn't going to put the lights on today. It's just, I'm not feeling very magical. Just not. Oh, well, that's because she is. And you are. So I just got lucky in the gene pool, I guess. I was not going to put the lights on. As I said, I'm not feeling quite so magical today, but Grandmom is here, and I feel like she deserves it. Hey, Dad. So we're going to go and do that. And my camera's all askew. Oh, boy. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. 72 degrees. Try not to be jealous. But. All right. Well, everyone is saying hello. I'm just going to check one more thing really quick before I just stop all this. Okay. So, how are we doing? Good things. Good things today. I hope so. I hope the weekend was so fun. And I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So, woohoo! We have some kind of interesting videos from that. I'll be showing you. It's going to be 38 degrees Celsius today. Oh, wow. I hear my dog. Happy news. Yes, that is just one of several happy newses. I'm not sure how many people are here now that were here back then, but I posted a video in one of these videos, and it was kind of a satire of aliens. It's like it's their world, and they spot a human the way they called them humans, the way that we would spot an alien and have all these guesses. I found more of that, and it is epic and relevant. I think you're gonna like it. And if you don't remember, that's okay. It's gonna be good. Let me get my headphones on and get this show on the road. Okay. Oh, Christine, if you liked it, you're gonna love this one. Because this one is more about you'll see. But it's definitely more about definitely they do that. Duh. This one's more about politics and their version, what their view is of our politics. So good stuff, great stuff. Everything is so good right now. So we're gonna go ahead and just play the first one. This isn't what I. You know what? We're gonna start with reincarnation. What do you think? I think yes. Let me make sure my headphones are on. Oh, good for you. Congrats, Gerardo. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, 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 party people. Okay. Stay positive. You got this. Oh, James. My friend. Okay. Let's play some reincarnation stuff. I'm going to get out the way. Yes, James. Yes. My Name is Human by Highly Suspect is an awesome song. I will listen. Let me write that down. My Name is Human. Did anybody else do anything fun for the weekend? I mean, what's up? Highly Suspect. Okay. Well, I suppose we're going to play. Let's go. Oh, you cleaned your basement. That's lovely. That's a fun reminder. Okay. Ready? Let's go. That's not the one I meant to play. Already off to a good start. Here we go. Super Bowl was kind of meh unless you're an Eagles fan. You talked so much trash. Cry, Eagles, cry. You don't know. I restrained myself like not so many Philadelphians do, but you don't know how bad I wanted to when it got really bad for you guys. I wanted to just like put the ear emoji like, what's that? What's that, John? You shouldn't say that. Yeah, they did. I'll be honest with you. Okay. My family, we are all from the Eagles area, if you will. And yes, you did. Cockiness does not get you far. Um, so it's kind of like no matter what you really think, you obligatorily, yes, that's not a word, have to, you just have to cheer for them. But I'll be honest, there was something in my heart that said the narrative, like this has to be rigged and they're gonna make sure. I always thought the Eagles were better. All season they played better. I thought they were better. But I really thought, especially as soon as that coin toss happened, I was like, I don't buy this. I think it's rigged already. I thought they were gonna win. Nobody. Team Taylor Swift did not do well. Yes, she got booed, and we got that clip too, because I have something to say about it. All right. But I do love me Taylor Swift. So I'm a little torn, but all right. Reincarnation. Here we go.
Courtney is watching TV with her daughter when this happens.
How many kids do you have?
4.
You have 3?
I have 4.
But you don't have 4 kids.
Why?
Oh,
Why not?
you just don't let it live with you.
Where do you live?
In Sand Springs.
In Sand Springs?
Yep.
With who?
With my father.
Well, when you go to bed, you're here. So, you live with me.
When I stay the night.
You stayed the night with me?
Yeah, I stay the night every night.
Where?
At your house. Because my grandfather died.
When did your grandfather die?
Well, since our house is bleeding everywhere, inside of it. Remember whenever our house is on the street? Remember? On the street?
Your house on the street bleeds?
No, my house. My mom. She climbed up it. She turned into a monster. And she died. So now she's dead.
Your mom's dead?
Yeah. My grandfather and my mom. So now I live with you.
What's your name?
Angelie. Angelie Grace died.
Who's Angelie?
Me. That's why you have 3 kids.
The clip went viral on May 11th of last year, and the following day, Courtney received thousands of messages revealing that there was actually an obituary for a woman in Sand Springs with the name Angelie Grace Dye. who had allegedly been murdered. After waking up to this news, Courtney decides to call the Sand Springs Police Department. She manages to speak to a detective.
Give me the name.
Angeline
Spelling.
Yes, ma'am.
Who says that they are unaware of any case with this name, but that they were going to look into it and get back to her. Since the video, Courtney has not posted anything more on the subject, and nobody since could find anything on this alleged murder. Many, however, are still leaving comments to this day, recounting their own experiences with their children, who have very similar claims of past life identities, and that they too truly believe what their kids have to say. What do you believe?
Our house is bleeding everywhere. Inside of it. Remember whenever our house is on the street? Remember on the street?
Yeah. I know we've touched on this before. It's just like, I can't help it. I can't help but go back to the reincarnation thing, especially when it comes to kids, little kids, because there's so much they shouldn't know yet. And it doesn't make sense that they do. I would want that kid to keep talking and record it all. I know, me too. That's what I thought. There's one, I should have found it before this. The kid who knew all about airplanes, and he said that he died in the war. Crazy details. Crazy. This one is really quiet, but you'll get the gist. This kid is only 1 year and 5 months old. There is no way. I understand that there's gifts and there's prodigies and there's things like that, but this is another level. I just thought it was pretty amazing because when it first played, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of like a jumble of, but then it became this beautiful little symphony. It was, well, not symphony, but this beautiful little piano thing. I thought that was cool. All right, we're going to move on from reincarnation. I just wanted to put some of that because I was just thinking about it a lot today and it's really interesting. I love that stuff. I love it. There's so many stories, and I know that it's difficult to discern because you can't really prove a lot of things. But when kids have specific names or point to pictures and no stories that it doesn't make sense that they know, how do you not believe that? Yes, Dave, you could say a child prodigy, but I believe that that skill comes from something they're channeling from residual from last time. I think it's amazing. So this was from the end of January. Remember, obviously, you remember we talk about it all the time. All these plane crashes and things like that. This was the one that I said happened that I meant to find a video for. I found it. This happened on January 20th. So it's the exact same time period. It's just really odd. This is the one where the pilot did eject in time. So that's why I'm going to show it. If he didn't, I wouldn't. But there you go. Look at it. Just falling from the sky. Just falling. Just falling right there. Just falling from the sky. Right there at the air base or airport or whatever this is. It's thankfully, as I said, that this poor soul got out of there, but why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did it just fall? Everything mechanical breaks down. Yeah, but why all in 1 week? So many crazy accidents. Dad, I don't know if you saw the video that we had before. You may have not watched any videos before then. Plane crash in Arizona on the runway. Look at this. I don't know. I have a very hard time believing this. this stuff. I really do. More and more. I've had nightmares of people and planes falling from the sky. Oh my gosh. James, you just reminded me. I'm going to do that thing where somebody takes over I had a dream and they start talking about their dream and then they start talking about their dream instead. I'm going to do that. I have this reoccurring dream that I go to the boardwalk and I'm there. And if for anybody who's never been to like the boardwalk, it's literally like boards and then there's a beach and there's shops and the ocean. So there's all sorts of hotels and casinos and whatever else, depending on what shore you go to. There's shops and cute little places to eat. It is what it is. Cool. So I'm walking down the boardwalk and all of a sudden the sky gets really dark. And then the ocean, we're somehow on the beach and there's some sort of like competition going on that I'm supposed to be in. And then the waves get crazy big. And like I seem to be the only one concerned that this isn't normal. And so I try to leave, finally make it off the boardwalk as this huge wave is coming in. And I run into Andrew Tate and he tells me that this is exactly how it's all going to end. And I don't know why, but I believe him. That's one of my reoccurring weird dreams. All right. The Navy has a laser weapon. Oh, yes, the USS Preble. Yes, I meant to put that up too. Those are some wild videos. I saw that not only can they just go forward, they can actually angle up and get airplanes. This is not new technology. Did he win prime minister? Nope. He was just there and we ran into each other like we knew each other. And he was like, hey, Debbie, just so you know, this is it. Then I was like, should we leave? He's like, no use. Yep. Literally like that. San Diego Pier has the best restaurant right before you enter. San Diego Pier. Did I go there? I have not been to the San Diego Pier. The laser has been around since the early 90s. Yep. It's nuts. Laser. Interesting. Yeah. So we only have that on that specific topic. I just kind of wanted to. And now we go. Let me see one thing. They were just building it when I was done with my service. Was mounted on Abrams tank initially. Who's Abram? JJ? Are we talking Lost here? That is interesting, though not necessary for this particular venue. My grandmama's here. Have some respect. Hello, friends. We not building it per se, but installing it on the problem. Yeah. Yep. All right. This is a fairly family place. So just keep that in mind, my friends. All right. Let's learn Simpsons predictions. Who doesn't love those?
This is by far the scariest Simpsons prediction of all time. An episode that came out years ago literally predicted this whole situation. Just watch this shit.
Carter, you've discovered the holy grail of modern medicine. Why the hell would you keep it buried like this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's far more money to be made in treating a disease than in curing it. Why cure someone of cancer in a day if we can treat them for a lifetime and bill them every step along the way? What? That's insane. What you're doing here is criminal, and I'm going to tell the whole world about it. Is that right? Who's going to believe you? The internet? You'll be just another nutjob left-wing blogger.
Is that not the exact same thing that he was trying to tell us in this podcast before they removed it?
And most people, especially young people, probably don't realize that they're walking around right now at about 55%, maybe 60% of their true state of normal. There is a nutrient, amino acid, a substrate, compound, an element missing from their body that if they knew what it was, would make the difference between them being an average person and being a superhuman.
What supplement can I take? Don't end your sentence there, Gary.
So it's called L-theanine.
Then I came across this Shark Tank episode that completely proved everything he was saying. Just watch.
How long does it take to be effective? 5 to 10 minutes. People who try a product really love it.
Ryan, I gotta tell you, I am so friggin' hyped right now.
Yes, let's go!
This is what they were chewing on. It's called neurogum. It has this
Wait,
combination.
what is this? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I feel... Okay. Sorry, I missed a part. I'm going to go back for a second. I missed where this guy starts talking. I thought it was an
He'll
advertisement.
be just another nutjob left-wing blogger.
Is that not the exact same thing that he was trying to tell us in this podcast before they removed it?
And most people, especially young people, probably don't realize that they're walking around right now at about 55%, maybe 60% of their true state of normal. There is a nutrient, an amino acid, a substrate, compound, an element missing from their body that if they knew what it was, would make the difference between them being an average person and being a superhuman.
What supplement can I take? Don't end your sentence there, Gary.
So it's called L-theanine.
Then I came across this Shark Tank episode that completely proved everything he was saying. Just watch.
How long does it take to be effective? 5 to 10 minutes. People who try a product really love it.
Ryan, I gotta tell you, I am so friggin' hyped right now.
This is what they were chewing on. It's called neurogum. It has this combination of L-theanine, caffeine, and other B vitamins. I just chew a piece for 5 minutes and I'm completely in the zone. Once it kicks in, it's legit like that movie Limitless. I get so much shit done, it's like nothing exists for 4 hours. I'll be so deep in the flow state that I legit forget to eat. It's way cheaper than Addies too. The only problem is every time Joe Rogan shouts his stuff out, they sell out immediately. So if you can see the link down here, go and grab it while you can.
Yeah, I feel like that whole last part was an advertisement, and now I feel like I wasted our time. Just ignore that part and go back to the first part. Anybody who watches the show has probably seen this episode. I don't necessarily think that it's predictive of that specific instance. I think it's more widespread of just the entire pharmaceutical industry of having the cures and instead making you need more and more medications to fight different side effects that didn't need to be. So that's my take on that episode. I don't think it really has anything to do with the pharmaceutical industry. If you want to say anything, I would say that Saw is probably more like that whole scenario. All right, we're just going to move on. That didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. Shock. All right. Here's some Eagles stuff because it has to happen now. It's time. See, here's why it bothers me. I'm going to go back. Look at what she says. She actually said, feel free, I will go back again. She said, I wonder what's going on. While she's on the Jumbotron and everyone starts booing. I wonder what's going on. She has that look at first where she looks around, she gets a little embarrassed, and then she has to bring it back because she's supposed to be this amazingly confident chick, right? I love Taylor Swift. She's a genius. The things that pour out of her brain pour out of my soul, I swear. Okay? And I'm not ashamed to say it. She gets me a lot. But it bothers me that she's so egotistical that she has to pretend she doesn't understand that they're booing at her. She hasn't heard anybody say anything about her in so long. She owns the media. She says, put this story up, it goes up. Write this narrative, put it in. I want to be out of this one. All right, we take it out. Post this picture. She does it. She does whatever she wants. The world belongs to her. It does. And to me, I don't know. I just hate that entitlement that she actually is confused about this. That's just what it shows to me, is that she is such an egotist. I feel bad for her. Like, that must be the worst thing, especially when you just went 2 years on tour with like hundreds of thousands of people every night telling you that you are the only thing that shines in the sky. This must be a bit of a mind F. But meanwhile, what is going on in Philadelphia? Mind you, the Super Bowl was not in Philadelphia. Okay, it was not. He got an ad. All right, let's check some stuff, and then we're gonna show what's really went on. Yeah, she does have her own little. And then what another thing about her that bothers me, and I hate for this to become a rant because I really do support her. I really do. I think that she does give pretty good messages to younger generations. But there are just some things that stand out to me. I don't know. I don't know if she's a horrible person or deserves it. I really can't say anybody deserves anything. It's not up to me. But yeah, she'll just like toss out her friends. Like, oh, like right now, Blake Lively is in this huge legal thing with that Justin Baldoni fool. And she's just separating herself. Oh, I know we're best friends, but now that my name is involved in this, I can't have that. Bye-bye. Over and over with her groups of friends. Yeah, I think she's a pretty giving person. I think everybody has good and bad in them. I truly do. And I think that honesty is the most important thing. But some people aren't capable of that. But if you are that famous, she's almost impossible not to be in a bubble. Yeah. You almost have to be, because how do you go about all of this that she does and not have confidence? You really couldn't. You couldn't not be confident. Blake is a sociopath, and so is Ryan. Never knew it, but now I do. All right, let's find out about what happened in Philadelphia. And again, Super Bowl was not in Philadelphia. This is just what we do. Okay. Have you done any lives about shadow people, sleep paralysis demons, mimics, the rake? Hi, Courtney. Welcome. Is Sean here as well? I have, and I'm sure that I will again. Maybe not the Reiki or rake or no, probably not that one. Or actually, I think I have, because I think your dad said something before. To find out Taylor Swift lip sync her world tour upsets me. Me too. I don't know if it's true. I can't make that accusation, but Courtney, ever see when victims call on Jesus? They're praying for red light, green light. That's the worst part of sports. I would say I can't. Okay. Obviously, I'm from this area, so I've seen the pride and anger sides of it from the Philadelphia standpoint, be it hockey, be it football. I mean, they're an intense people. I think they're the same, to be honest. Don't understand what they're doing. Oh, they're taking a stop sign, like a traffic light, down and carrying down the road, because you see, in Philadelphia, this is what we do. I don't know why. I can't explain it. And it's not just this, it's car flipping. It's breaking into stores and taking mannequins to play around with. It's just like a whole thing of debauchery that makes no sense, to the extent that they actually greased up the street signs and all of this so that people couldn't climb them. It's like insane that you have to do that. It's a souvenir, my friend. It's a souvenir. I think one of the comments of this video said something like, I went to Philadelphia and all I got was this stupid traffic light or something, like those t-shirts. Yeah, they just take it. Yep. Almost everybody that I know has some sort of sign that was not theirs, that is from a street. This is real. Oh, this is real. I promise you. Go and Google Philadelphia after, and then just put anything. Put World Series. You can put just anything sports related and say Philadelphia after. And you will see the unhinged everything. But please don't judge. I swear to you, you'll know. That's not me. Okay, I'm not from Philadelphia. I am originally from New Jersey, but Philadelphia's the thing we've got. So they're kind of like European soccer fans. Yes. Yep. Really belligerent too. Are they really belligerent? I am not a fan of destroying America either. It makes no sense, especially businesses in the area. Doesn't make any sense. What about mythical creatures from different countries? I like reading into different mythical creatures from different places. Me too. We had the fairies. Oh my gosh. What were they called? The sisters who saw the fairies, we had that on recently. I love mystical creatures probably more than anything. If you can find any really good videos, please email me. It's like my favorite thing. I just walk through the woods and pretend there's magical creatures everywhere. Defund the police. This is what happens. That's fair. I heard about people taking street signs as mementos, but not entire light posts. Oh yeah, light posts, cars, just anything. Anything. When I was a kid, I stole a stop sign. I mean, I saw a kid steal a stop sign. I thought that's what you meant. Philly, after you tell someone from Philly that you're from Jersey. Well, it depends on where, because there's kind of an embrace of a certain region. God's sake. Yay, fairs. What is fairs? You said you would explain the words to me. What does this mean? Okay. We are going to move on. Because I found a very, very... I found a very weird video that I can't wait. And I was really excited to show some of you. So I think you're going to like it. My autocorrect. What was it supposed to say? Okay. Check this out. Crazy. I don't think there's sound, but that's okay. There's nothing to hear. It's just what's happening. Here's a town. And that's in the sky. Just right there in the sky. I have done a Ouija board, by the way. Really creepy, creepy experience. So what do we make of this? I know we all want to probably go blue beam. I feel it. I can feel it. But I don't know what to think because this is odd. Have you ever seen the video of the guy that dressed as a Washington fan and went to Philly to troll them? No, but that would be a very dangerous thing to do. Might have acquired a low children sign when I was younger. Not no comment. That's on a hill. Okay. Maybe. I see that. I understand that because there are things like that around where I live. But it's very high up there. Look at that. That, I don't know. I'm not sure. In San Diego. Okay. So we debunked this one. I don't need to get all uppity about it. Okay. My Aunt Ruby was a medium, went to several readings and seances. How did you feel, James, the readings went? Did you feel they were accurate to your situation? Did you feel like they resonated? Oh my gosh. That is wild, John. That is a wild coincidence for sure. That's nuts. Have you not seen the video of the dude just floating in the sky? Yeah, I think so. Was it a guy or was it something else that looked like a guy at certain angles? Yeah, okay. I'll buy the hillside thing. We'll move on. Okay. Debunked. Could be drones. Nah, we debunked it. Looked like a human. It was dark. No, send it to me. That video freaked me out at first. Every reading I've ever had has been decent as far as accuracy. That's cool. I love that. Send it to me if you think of it, I should say. There are many. All right.
There's an intriguing tale coming out of Peru. A couple of archaeologists were on a mission to find a remote village, which there were reports of a couple of elongated skulls had been found by some villagers, and they found that village. And those villagers really did find elongated skulls. They said that they had found an ancient burial tomb, and inside that tomb was that of a skull of a woman and potentially her child, But the weird thing about all of this is the skull shape. They were elongated, and somebody had reported that they may have been some sort of alien human hybrid species. Or maybe it was an ancient human that used to wrap their skulls to make the appearance of elongated skull. We'll never know, but take a look at this and tell me what you think.
And this is where the skull is. See, it's an elongated skull of a baby. This is the skull of a red-haired woman. Oh, yeah? No, el baby.
Bebé.
In vivo.
Debe tener 2 meses, 1 mes, 2 meses.
Oh, 2 meses.
Sí, más o menos.
A 2-month-old baby with an elongated head is not common. Yeah?
Sí, o sea que ha muerto de parto.
Oh, wow. So this is the mother and this is the baby. And they were found in the same burial. You can see she has curly hair, or wavy hair, and it's red. And her skull is complete. These are the funerary wrappings. Oh my God, I don't know whether to feel sick or cry when looking at these.
Okay. My first thought is that does not look that old. That does not look ancient. That looks like something that happened in town of recent. What do we think? I don't know if they were selling them. It was just those 2 that they had kind of preserved in a bag. That's awesome. I love it. Well, they're all real. Unicorns, fairies, and mermaids. This one is a health thing. And I know not everybody loves that, but I thought this was really important. It could have been that. I remember seeing a display of that at Ripley's Believe It or Not.
What I just watched is super alarming, and if I had to watch it, you have to watch it. You should watch it. Honestly, this could save your life or someone else's life. Years ago, my mom had to go in for an eye surgery. It was a retina surgery because her retina was starting to detach. What the doctors didn't tell her was that this was something that was completely preventable. But they probably didn't tell her because they didn't know. Now, 20 years later, she has Alzheimer's. Now, you might be saying, how is the retina and Alzheimer's connected? It is. Her body was showing signs of Alzheimer's decades before she was diagnosed. Your retina detaching is one of the first signs showing insulin resistance of the eye. Alzheimer's is insulin resistance of the brain. For decades, she has been showing signs of insulin resistance. And if we would have figured that out decades ago, I would not be having to mentally prepare for, hey, what is it going to look like for my mom in a few years? It is so important to know what the signs and symptoms of insulin resistance look like. Here's a list that you can screenshot. If you have 2 or more of these, you are more than likely insulin resistant. My mom got diagnosed with Alzheimer's around the same time that I got diagnosed with insulin resistance. At that time, I had more than 13 of these signs and symptoms. And today, I don't have any.
That's something I had never heard before, and I really wanted to put it in. We don't even have to talk about it. I just really wanted this to be here in case just sometime in your future you hear that, and maybe you'll remember this, and maybe it can stop something from getting worse, or maybe it can find a solution before it's something bad. And I just wanted to put that in there because Alzheimer's and dementia are devastating things to deal with and to watch your loved one go through, as lots of us know. Oh, Lights Out, yeah. Fun fact, I'm sure you already know, Lights Out started as a a short film that was made on YouTube, and then somebody saw it and then let him direct it. And I think that's so cool. What was on the list? Oh, what list? Which list? Try not to let them diagnose me with anything. It's half the battle not knowing. I agree. I think that the more you know, the more you think could be wrong with you, and the more you think is wrong with you, the more it becomes wrong with you. 100%. Your mind can change that. Mhm. Yeah. Me too, Courtney. It's really good though. It was just him and his wife, I think, that made it, and it's so good. So good. All right. Let us see. I might only have 2 more clips, guys. Wowzers. That's okay though. We're gonna have fun. Tell yourself so much that where some up you will happen. I know. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the all right?
I was one of the children who was born from one of the mothers connected to Project Oak Tree, and I was born in the late 70s, and I was one of the 42 children connected to the IBIS program. There might be another term than IBIS. James Casbolt coined that term. It makes sense to me. It makes sense why there were 42 children involved as well. 42 is the glyph for Jupiter. Jupiter is expansion. It also connects to Hermes. It also connects to Thoth. So that makes sense. It may well be called another. It may be called Project something else, but I'm just using the term IBIS because it sort of fits. But it might be another word. I know some females. I know certainly 2 females who are involved in the female parallel female version of IBIS, and I would say I know 3 who were involved in the male IBIS project. 85% of the children involved in these projects are now dead because they wanted to push the limits of the body, the bodies that were made to see how strong they were. They fought us against each other unwillingly. We didn't want to, and they did it through mind control. I didn't want to fight with James Casbolt. I have love for him, and I would never have chosen to go to war with him on any level. But circumstances put me in that position, and I know who did it too. There are very wealthy people behind the scenes, not known, behind the scenes, who they see it as a sport as well. So they create these people, and they like to watch them fight for sport. They also use the female line and the male line to in sexual union and sex magic to create reality. They have had an understanding throughout all time, and they do understand now, perfectly refined, that sex magic is a cheat way of creating reality very quickly. It's like a hack. It's like a computer hack to create reality quickly. It's like hacking reality, hacking the matrix reality to build whatever you want. Everybody in the room has a certain amount of chi energy, and some more than others. And so these particular children that were born have very, 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 very high amount of energy. So then if they pair them off with specific, they pair a male off with a specific female, and then they put them in a sexual union, then they are able to build businesses, companies. That's very, very, very quickly. If that makes sense. I'm trying. So they have been using the sun, which is Helios, which is the real name for the sun. The sun, Helios, is the entrance point to get into this 3D realm here. So they're using that as a vortex in-out point.
Now that's the significance of the 39 steps. But also Saturn, I think you mentioned earlier that Saturn was our original sun.
Saturn was the original sun, yes. Yeah. And Saturn, yes. And Saturn got pushed out. It was, in truth, a more efficient sun and a better sun. But then they somehow caught that sun and imprisoned it. The ring around the sun, the ring around Saturn, is an imprisonment. It's imprisoned. Saturn isn't bad. Saturn is another word for where they take Satan from, because it's the controlling force. It's Capricorn.
But is this related to the ring makers of Saturn?
Yes, and Lord of the Rings, and the principle is that. So the ring, one ring to rule them all, would be the ring that is around Saturn.
Bye, Papa Norm. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
They mixed in with the human DNA the Goetian demons.
The which demons?
The 72 Goetian demons, if you want to
explain what they are?
Yeah. They would be the princes and dukes of hell. What we would call hell. Hell, the actual word hell would be H is a gate. The letter H is the letter H is a gate, and ELL was Elohim, and that would be the fallen angels. So the gates of the fallen. Okay, so that's where they hang out, and they are very, very powerful, but they want to come up here and feel what we feel, because they can't feel what we feel. They can't feel what it feels like when you put some milk and sugar into your cup of tea and sip it.
I feel like we probably have a consensus that this clip is going nowhere. It had me at first. I understand. It's very interesting. Parts of it. Apparently he passed away right after this, so it's supposed to be like some information he wasn't supposed to give us. I'm not feeling it at all. So we're going to move on. I honestly only have one more for you, I think. Nope, that might be a lie. Yep, nope, I'm not lying. This is it. So this is going to be your happy clip, and this is going to be awesome.
Up your eyes. We are being controlled. We're all just little freaky skin puppets dancing for the devil's delight.
On tonight's episode of Unanswered Oddities, Democracy. This long-forgotten sport saw multiple teams of the mythical humans vying for a singular grand prize, the illusion of control awarded by corporations. Democracy was originally meant to give power and choice to the population through free and fair elections, and it was also used to determine singing competitions. But over time, it developed into a farcical affair that forced humans to stop talking to their Uncle Ron. Today, we are of course under the singular rule of the all-knowing monolith, which graciously unburdens us from the crippling weight of choosing freely, making one wonder why humans would want to bear that weight themselves. Buildington, 3 doors down from Deedle. One Gloran looks to challenge the monolith to a game of democracy.
Hello, my name is Furman Croat, and I am humbly asking to be your next overlord. Ever since I was a youngling, I've wanted to control a population, but I grew up in a working-class family, and populations were hard to come by. Now, our population has always been ruled by the monolith, but I think maybe it's time that we should let the Glorans choose. And I know a lot of you do not know me, so let me tell you what Furman Croat is all about. I believe in freedom for everyone, unless you look or act any different than me. I think black lights are cool, and I'd like to see more of that. I cannot spell. I've accidentally swallowed my own tongue on multiple occasions. I'm proudly afraid of buttons. I have plans. 2 of them. 1, I'm gonna increase the living out of violence. So vote for me, Furman Croat. Vote Croat, vote Croat, vote Croat.
If we are to believe the lore, the lost city of America supposedly loved Democracy, and the way they played the game went something like this. Humans would first show up to a bunch of poles. There, they would cast a mallet from a phone booth, trying to hit either a donkey or an elephant. Whichever animal got hit the most would win a White House. It would have been something to see. Do I have to say it? It would have been quite the sight.
While aspects of the game might seem fun to some, others, including myself, have their reservations.
They took my memories, man. I can't remember like half my Do I like jelly? I don't know, it's sweet, but sticky on my fingers. And I'm telling you, I knew stuff like underground backroom, wet curtain party type stuff. And that information doesn't come free. You gotta put your lips in a lot of places for that info. I knew something important. It was something about the monolith. Come on, Tiggy, remember.
Tiggy, stay focused. We are talking about the system of democracy.
All systems break in the end, brother, because the system always takes power from the population. That's Tiggy 101, and you better believe I'll never forget that. And I just remembered I love jelly.
Jelly or not, game day had arrived.
Breaking news. With 0% of precincts reporting, we can officially declare the monolith the winner in what was an absolute landslide because voting is not allowed.
I graciously concede to my opponent and wish the monolith all the best. Will I be killed for my insubordination? Of course. But was it worth it? No, it was not. I wish I took that cooking class instead. I had a coupon.
The game of democracy is luckily a fable of the past, and while I try my best to remain completely objective on this program, I must say I'm glad to live under the glorious dark shadow of our monolith. And I know in my heart of hearts that the monolith has our best interests in mind. I mean, come on, would an evil entity sell me this super stylish hat that I look absolutely cool in and definitely not like I'm brainwashed? You decide. But not really, because democracy isn't allowed here.
I mean, our first one was really good, but this one really got me. It's just funny. I like it. So, what do we think? What do we think in general? I got nothing left. Sorry. There are actually quite a few of videos along these lines, and they're also relevant. I almost played another one, but that was another long one, so I didn't. But I think I'm gonna start sharing these every week, or every so often. Yeah, it's too good. It's just too good. All of the things, the way they interpret our government and stuff. It's just like it's so funny because it's exactly what we do to them. It's exactly what we do to aliens. We kind of like surmise all these things and we come up with all these theories and we sit here and do this. But I love this because it's like they're doing it about us. I thought it was funny. Chatting is hard to get your message with 5 other people commenting. I get that. I like the one they win a White House and it's just like that cute little White House. Oh, I love that too. I like when he said he remembered that he liked the jelly too. So, what's on everyone else's mind? Because that's, I think, all the clips I have. Let me see.
The older you get.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you. So, what's the difference between a dragon and a dinosaur? Not the opening to a joke, I'm honestly asking. Well, dragons can fly, right? I don't know. Yep, yep. Won't let me say ticky, there it goes. Like ticky tacky. You look like melting wax. That's lovely. Imagine if someone said that about you. You look like melting wax. You said you didn't mind Mondays. I don't think I've ever heard you didn't like something or anything negative for that matter. I was curious. I try not to. I try not to feel that way about anything, to be honest. I think it's important to give anything and anybody the benefit of the doubt until they prove you otherwise. That's my feeling. They seem friendly. I think they wouldn't mind us, and I think it's the same, like, a huge group of our people would be very welcoming to aliens. I think a lot of us would probably be right there in line to meet them or have some sort of discussion or open discourse. Of course, there are the people who are going to be terrified, but now if everyone can shut up for 2 minutes, that's okay. Why would they? Then I'll just not have anything to say and I'll probably say, let's go. The only reason I have anything to say is because you guys say stuff, to be honest. Not me. But I only have something to say because you guys do. I think I said all my bits. Let me think. What else? I've wrote some stuff down. What kind of topics do you really want? In the future. I'm just saying anyone who thinks dragons never existed, forget about dinosaurs. Why would not a dragon too? Yeah. I agree. I agree. And they're so boldly ingrained into the Renaissance periods of times, like medieval times and things like that. So I just feel it had to exist. Lindsay, have you seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut? Oh, yes, I have. Absolutely, I have. I doubt I could play any bit of it here. Dinosaurs were dragons. I love our crew too. Maybe dinosaurs and dragons are of the same, like how tigers and domestic cats are cats. Maybe they're all dinosaurs, but their dragons is just a different breed of dinosaur, or vice versa. I think that's possible. Anybody doing anything fun the rest of this evening? That's what I was backwards to saying. Yes, I'm sure. I understand. I'm just saying anyone. Yeah. We come in peace. Hopefully. I think as long as that's how it is, it's fine. We'll all be fine. But the second there's any bit of doubt of that peace, it's not going to go well. It's going to be hard to come back from. Because aliens, I mean, that's a very touchy thing. It could go one way or another. Way ahead of you on that. Dying. Dead. I'm going to paint. I know. Shocking. Don't do much else. That's awesome. I actually think I might write. I think I'm going to write. Enjoying my solitude tonight. I feel that as well. Yep. Keith, you have a pup though, right? You have a dog? I thought I heard you say that before. Lindsay, was that when Mars attacks? My friend has dragon breath. Like the water ice? What movie are you going to watch? Maybe I'll put on a movie too. I'm not sure. So I know we're all in different time zones. Has anyone had their dinner/tea this evening? I'm not sure what to have. All right, I'm going off on some tangent. My mom's surgery was actually today. Oh, I thought it was Tuesday. Okay. My mom's surgery was today. I'm here and she's resting. So it went well then. Tina's doing well. Ooh. Extra marinara sauce. I need to watch the Walking Dead spinoff with Daryl. Oh my gosh. I watched one episode of it and I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited to. I'm fasting as usual. As usual. I'm in fasting mode myself. It's not getting any better. Prayers for mom, White Rabbit. Absolutely. And a speedy, speedy recovery to our friend Tina. Everybody, if you could put positive energy out there for John's mom. She just had surgery today. She's in recovery right now. So let's just collectively wish nothing but good things for their family. They deserve it for sure. Den of Thieves Stew. I don't know that one. Mom, are you at grandmom's or is grandmom at your house? Oh, it's Monday. You had an appointment today too, didn't you? We'll talk later. Well, I guess if no one else has anything to say. That's what I think. I think we achieve more as a collective for sure. It's really nice. That's why I really I called it when John said this, I said I was gonna put a prayer flare out. And I never heard that before. So maybe I invented it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna patent it. And yeah, but it's nice because you can feel the energy when people start saying that they're sending prayers and all of that. Like you feel it. You can feel the energy of the magic that we have here, and it's really nice and it's really healing and it's really positive and it's crazy good. Lee missed pretty much the whole show. Gonna travel back in time and watch from the beginning. See you all about an hour ago. Sorry for my bad tardiness. No, don't worry. Normally you'd be like halfway, but for some reason it just didn't get there today. And that's okay. We'll be back to live on Wednesday. Tomorrow will probably be a regular video or another. No, we won't do that because I'm not gonna just spring stuff on you guys. Tomorrow will just be a regular video, and then Wednesday will be another live. Deb, did you see my comment about playing my second short where my friend made me into a meme? I was so caught off guard, had no clue what he was going to talk about. I'll definitely get it for the next round. Have you ever checked out the 411 Missing by David? No, I have not. I will. Write it down. The 411 Missing. Crypto bro things. The 411 Missing. David. What are the 411 files about? Guessing we'll hear your body. Only eat one tiny meal a day. No, I gotta be honest. I've kind of been on that train myself for a few days now, and I don't feel better. I don't feel better. Maybe in some ways, but certainly so much worse in others. Missing people in national parks. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. I didn't know that's what this was. 100%. Yeah. That's part of why when I showed you guys that clip from the eclipse, the Polaroid photos that I took, that's part of why I found it so interesting because it's a state park, not a national park, but I live right by a state park that I go to all the time. And, you know, a lot of people were gathering there for the eclipse. And that day was so crazy. I don't know what the weather was like anywhere else, but the sky was just bizarre. It wasn't just cloudy, it was weird. And that's when I took those Polaroid photos and found what I found. But I found it really interesting because I was thinking those things are showing up right over that park during the eclipse. Come on. Now Deb is back. I'm not, actually. I just appreciate and love you guys. I'm a meal prepper. Meal prepping school. It's nice to do and know that you have those ingredients ready. It is really nice, but you definitely have to stay on a schedule if you're a meal prepper. I've gone down this road before. Depends on what you eat then, Deb. I know. I know, for sure. I'm on a strict mashed potato diet, so I assume that's good for me. Weather plays a part of it. Yeah. Feeding off the energy frequencies of people during the eclipse. That's what I thought too. I thought that people were getting abducted. I thought that it was just some big energy harvest and stuff was hiding behind the clouds. I thought all sorts of stuff before I even knew that this picture was going to exist. I like my carbs in the morning for energy. I prefer my carbs. I really don't have a preference of time of day. It's literally all the time. I have to eat when I wake up, I have to eat something. If I want like pancakes, for example, I have to have pancakes like within a half hour of waking up, maybe an hour. Like that sweet thing has to get out of the way because I'll get too hungry typically and want something salty now to I'm past the sweetness of a lot of breakfast foods at that point. Did anyone notice that during the eclipse the shadows in the trees were casting? I noticed the sky was just very weird. Once again, oh goodness. No, no. We'll have a longer one Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Not pushing you to talk about. Oh, appreciate you, Lindsay. Why the throw up? Mashed potatoes or the salty sweet thing. You would probably hate my eating habits, friend. I'm not the best eater. All right. John made 4 waffles with strawberry syrup and OG Cool Whip on each, and 3 eggs and banana this morning. That is awesome. Peace out. Gonna go cook supper now. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy your night. Did you ever that a zombie apocalypse could happen in the future? I actually do, but I don't think it's exactly the same as The Walking Dead. I don't know if I believe it it's like actual zombies like that. I think that there could be something though. Yeah. I mean, just think several years back that guy, I think it was in California, who was on bath salts and bit that other guy's face off. What else do you call that? That guy's a zombie. I mean, I know it's just the drugs, but I I believe that there are switches that you can't go back from. I think everybody can change, but I think that I'm talking about biologically. I think I don't know. I think if you're biting faces off, it's you got a long road. You got a long road. Yeah, that is what they say. That is what they say, John. You high on life. That's good. That is a good thing, my friend. May you stay that way. All right. I think my family left too. So it's kind of a day. CDC has a zombie protocol. That's suspect. Hmm. Hmm. Scientists just found a fungus that infects spider brains and turns them into zombies. Can't believe this is a true statement. So what? So then, what is running the spider? If so, I assume whatever this is, the fungus will kill the spider and take over. But what is actually making it do whatever it's doing, which I presume is eating other things. I'm gonna look into this. An intelligent fungus. I mean, really, they all are. Moss and all of it. Alrighty. Well, I guess we're probably gonna go. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful night, honestly. I hope you have the most fantastic day. Sure, our government is trying to weaponize it right now. They probably already have. Uses the body to spread further. Not sure the mechanism. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen Labyrinth, but it's kind of like that thing that is operated. Maybe that's what it's like. Yes, you too, John, and I hope everybody else, all of my friends, mama, grandma, dad, Christine, John, James, Danny, all of you. I just hope Courtney, Jason, I hope everybody has a great night. Lindsay, I don't know if I already said that. I want to thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. It means a lot that you guys showed up. And I just want to thank you for being something that I always look forward to. Am I wrong? But I think Deb already wore this flannel. You got me. And not just once, because it's like one of my favorite shirts. It's when I feel one of the most me in this. Yes. What power. The chemicals they have put in American foods for decades. Why? There's a health problem. Thank you too, Lindsay. You're the best. Take care, my friends. Hoodoo. Alrighty. I want to thank you again for being here. I hope you have a safe, fun night. We will have a longer one if you're interested on Wednesday, most likely. If anybody has any clips, though, feel free to send it to me. Email is realdebontheweb@gmail.com. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. You did great, too. Get out the coffee mugs. I will try. I'm a disappointment. All right. I love you guys. I'll see ya.